another band. All the Mars and cars now, whichever get up. Light up my card with a sweet one bliss. Someone flicks me a bag it up. So, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strand, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
What's going on? What's going on? Y'all know what time it is. Kappa Factz Boxing on Fridays. And y'all make sure y'all check out iBoxing Hub right here live on iBoxing Hub. And I got a special guest today, Gandhi. Gandhi, right? Gandhi. How you say your last name?
Gandhi Romaine.
Gandhi Romaine. Perfect. We're gonna get into a little bit about Gandhi and what he's got going on. But y'all make sure you check our partners. We are partnered with D-Rock Clothing. Y'all make sure y'all use that code iBoxingHub24 for 40% off D-Rock Clothing. Y'all make sure y'all swap out that Nike sweatsuit, that Adidas musty tracksuit y'all be wearing. Swap it out, get you some D-Rock Clothing. Shout out to Eruption Boxing Management as well. Gwen Leggy, I'm the corporate sales executive over there. So if you've got a fighter, or if you are a fighter, you've got a couple fights under your belt, reach out to me. I'll plug you in, and we'll see if you are a fit for our company. And I also want to give a big shout out to the World Boxing Bureau, international sanctioning body, sanctioning fights all over the entire world. But we got a couple things we're going to talk about. I'm going to make use of time with Gandhi here. And I really want to get into it. Gandhi, tell me a little bit about you. I know you are an upcoming welterweight fighter, right? And you will be fighting for the World Boxing Bureau's 147-pound title. That's coming up November 15th. You have a worthy opponent in front of you. Who is this guy? What's going on? I need the facts. I need the 411 on this.
So I'm fighting out of Jersey, Irvington, New Jersey. I'm putting on for Irvington. I'm about to have my my second title match November 15th. I'm not really sure. The opponent is not for sure locked in yet, but I'm pretty much sure he is. He seems like a formidable opponent. I'm not counting nobody out. We train for every fight like it's a championship fight. So we're making it do what it do, man. Up and coming fighter. I'm just trying to put on for the city, put on for my town, put on for my people. I'm Haitian, so I'm trying to put on for the Haitian community as well. So
absolutely. Yeah. So you're from Irvington. That's New Jersey, right?
Yeah, New Jersey.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, got you. So where is that in relation to Newark, right? Because I know you have a couple.
It's literally right next to Newark. Like you take a step like across the street and then you're in Newark. So
got you. Okay, yeah, so right you're probably familiar with like Keith Cologne, right?
Yeah, that's bro. Yeah, that's
okay.
Bro.
Got you. Have you been in the gym with Keith Cologne then?
Yeah, I've been in the gym training. I've been in the gym before with Keith Cologne. Me and him never like sparred or anything because he's in like a lower weight class than I am. But we've been in the gym. We've been in the same environment. He's a great up and coming fighter out of Newark too.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. I know he just fought at the Barclays on that Danny Garcia undercard where where Danny flatlined Danny Gonzalez. So yeah, that was neat. Okay, cool. So you've been around for a minute. I really wanted to ask. It's probably because you are in New Jersey, but how did this? Because this is for the welterweight world title for the World Boxing Bureau, right? So how did that come into play? How did that even come to the table?
Honestly, so my last fight was I was fighting for the NBA intercontinental title. I was fighting for the NBA title in Philly. That fight was a draw, unfortunately. So I'm always familiar with Philly. Like I'm always fighting in Philly. So me and my team, we spoke, and then my coach reached out to the World Boxing Bureau, and they came up with something. They put something together. They said, oh, okay, like let's fight in Jersey and Atlantic City. What better way to what better way for the World Boxing Bureau to get more exposure than fighting in Atlantic City? That's a boxing town. So
yeah, no, absolutely. So, who brought it up? Was it somebody reached out to you, or your team saw it somewhere and was like, I think we should put this fight on the line?
My team saw it somewhere. My team is actually familiar with with the person who kind of like created it and
Yeah, Raheem. We've had
foster,
him on the show.
yeah,
Yeah,
Raheem.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So my team is actually familiar with him. So my coach had a good sit down talk with him, and
Got
they
it.
made it happen.
That's cool. So, I mean, it is for the world title, right? So afterwards, after you win, right, you would officially become a world champion. Now, how do you feel? I know it's a minor sanctioning body, but how do you feel becoming a world champion for a sanctioning body? I mean, is this?
It'll
I
be
know it's
a
not one
it'll
of the
be
big
a
four, but it is still a world title.
Yeah, of course. It's still a surreal feeling. It'll be my first title in boxing. So, that'll be one, to remember. I'll be very, grateful. I'll represent it with pride. It'll just be a surreal moment.
Got you. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. We are affiliated with the WBB. I know Raheem very well. We
Yeah.
are in partnership with that sanctioning body, and for me, a world title is a world title.
Exactly.
Depending on, I mean, it really don't depend on anything, but minor sanctioning bodies have their place in the world. Not everybody, can go all the way and win one of the big four. So
For
that's
sure.
cool, man. Cool, man. And I know you recently were just in the gym with Richardson Hitchens, so y'all were, putting in some rounds. Now, isn't he from New York?
Yeah,
How did y'all get
yeah,
into the
I'm
How did
sure.
y'all get into the gym together?
Honestly, that was like my second or third time sparring Richardson Hitchinson. He's a great fighter, man. Great fighter. He keeps me on my toes. I believe iron sharpens iron. So I feel like I keep him on his toes. He keeps me on my toes. And it was just great work. It was just great work. He was coming down to get some sparring. I was in the gym, so we worked together again.
That's got to be an exciting feeling. I mean, he's the IBF 140
Yeah.
pound champion, right?
Hmm.
So, cool, man, cool. So, I know we got Parker Wardley tomorrow. How are you? Are you familiar with like the heavyweight division? Do you watch it?
Yeah, a
Is
little
this
bit.
something to watch? Like, who do you got? And where do you think? For me, This is like, I mean, it's something to watch, right? But I feel. I'm not really sure. This isn't really like a fight that I want to have. I think this is more of like a mandatory fight,
Yeah.
right? But like whoever fights this or whoever wins this really should go fight Usyk. Now,
Usyk.
I've
Yeah.
been really touting around what's his name? El Animal, the Czechoslovakian guy. Philip Hergovich. I've been touting Philip
Mm,
Hergovich out for a minute. I really think Philip Hergovich needs to be in there with Usyk. I think he needs one
yeah.
more fight,
I,
and
I
then
think
he
he'll
should, because
give
he's
Usyk
already on a
a good
three fight win streak.
winning streak. Yeah, I think he'll give Usyk a good shake. I think he'll give him a good shake.
Yeah, I think so too. Who do you think wins out of Parker and Wardley though?
Um, I think I'm leaning towards Parker. I'm
Why
leaning
you say
towards
that?
Parker. I'm leaning towards Parker because Parker is rangy. Like Parker is rangy and Parker has power. So I feel like his opponent would have to like try to his opponent would have to work to get to him. And I feel
Okay.
like if Parker keeps him at a distance and catches him with like maybe a hook, it might look a little, scary.
I don't know. I don't know if this is Wardley. How many times Wardley has had a title shot? I know that he's been around top 5, top 10. I don't really know
Yeah,
any of the like opponents that he's been. To me, it seems like he's been really on that domestic level.
right. Parker
But
has more experience with bigger names too.
he does. He also is a former WBO world champion,
World champ,
right?
yeah.
And I believe he had beat what's his name? The fat guy, fat Mexican,
Who, Andy Ruiz?
Andy Crees. Was it? Yeah, Andy Ruiz, not Andy Crees. I'm
Ruiz,
thinking,
yeah.
yeah. So I'm pretty sure he had beat Andy Ruiz, if I'm not mistaken. That was
Yeah.
Andy Ruiz's first loss that he had taken.
Mm-hmm.
And so Parker definitely has skill. He's been around. So, if he wins this, he's definitely a shoo-in for that Usyk fight. I
Yeah.
don't think he wins the Usyk fight, but it'll be an interesting matchup to see how
Yeah,
that
it
works
would.
out.
Yeah, it would.
Other than that, who would you like to see, right now in the heavyweight division? Who would you like to see as a matchup? Or because I know we still got
He's not.
Fury, still
I
got
don't think.
AJ.
I don't think he's a heavyweight, but Jay Opataya,
He's at cruiserweight,
he's
so
at
he's a really
cruiserweight.
good. Yeah, he's at
Yeah,
cruiserweight.
I feel like if he goes to heavyweight, I think he would give Usyk a run for his money.
Yeah,
I like Jay Opatawa, man.
he's
Good.
like the only guy at cruiserweight getting clout.
Yeah,
He's
seriously.
getting a lot of clout at cruiserweight,
Yeah,
man. Like
yeah,
that's
he
the
is.
only guy people know at cruiserweight. Like he
Yeah,
really, really putting in work at cruiserweight. And cruiserweight is generally an obscure
weight class.
category, weight class
Yeah,
already, right? So,
yeah.
just to be, I know we've had Tony Bellew from there. Usyk
Mhm.
originally was from there. He did unify at cruiserweight, and then he unified at heavyweight. So,
At heavy. Yeah,
um, yeah, it doesn't have its stars. It's not a really, it doesn't have a lot of depth, but we've had a couple people come from there. So,
yeah,
I would like to see Jay go up. I think before Usyk fully retires, I would love to see, Jay go up. But right now, we still got Fury versus Joshua. We haven't gotten that
yeah.
fight. We never got the AJ and Wilder fight. They're both
AJ and
on
Wilder.
the
Yeah,
back end, right, Gandhi? So we could get a couple. There's a couple matchups
yeah. There's a
that could
couple
be
matchups.
made.
I feel like AJ is getting older. I feel like he's on the, I wouldn't say decline, but he is getting, there. I feel like Wilder, I don't know, man. You could never
Uh,
count Wilder out because of that right hand. So
Well,
he
he
could
did
pretty,
just win his last fight. I
yeah,
mean, he
he
didn't
did.
look good on Black Prime, man. He didn't look good. And he
Yeah,
takes too many there's too much gap between his fights,
exactly. So
you
I feel
know?
like with him, I feel like you could never count him out because of that right hand, though. But in today's like competition, I don't know, man. He's kind of like on the lower tier of heavyweights, if you will. Like, there's AJ, there's Usyk, there's Fury. Yeah, I feel like the Bronze Bomber is like, Deontay Wilder is like kind of like down there.
Do you think if Moses Atwama fought Wilder, like
Mm,
who do you think will win that?
I got Moses Atama.
Really?
Yeah, I got Moses Atama. One, Moses Atama is a southpaw. Two, he's kind of a skilled
Yeah,
he's kind of a skilled southpaw. So it's like
that's
the
true.
in and out game will probably, fluster Wilder, like that probably will fluster him. And then if Moses catches him with that left, yeah, it might, it might get ugly.
That is true. Now he is a lot smaller though. You do have to take that into
Yeah,
consideration. He's a lot smaller.
he is a lot smaller, but Deontay Wilder is not that big of a heavyweight either.
He's rangy for
Yeah, he's
sure.
rangy. Yeah, he's
He's
rangy.
very tall and rangy.
Yeah, he's rangy for sure. But I feel like Atama, his in and out game, he could get on the inside of Wilder and, give him go to the body to him, and I feel like the in
Yeah.
and out game might fluster Wilder.
No, you're right. I would still pick Wilder. The experience is there. Yeah, he's been
Mm,
knocked out, but I mean, for a Twama, you basically got to be perfect a whole 12 rounds.
yeah,
With Wilder, he's just got to get it right one time.
yeah, that's true.
And 30 minutes is a long time when you're in the ring.
Yeah,
Man,
it
shoot,
is.
9 minutes in a ring, three
Don't you
rounds is a
think?
long time.
Don't you think he could gas out a little bit?
Oh, he definitely gonna gas out. Yeah,
Wilder,
he's definitely going to. Yeah, he's definitely gonna gas. He's most certainly gonna gas out. It's like every fight he gasses out.
right?
Like you can tell that he fades as the fight goes on, but so will his opponent. I mean,
Yeah,
heavyweights just can't really go 12 rounds. Like their body requires so much oxygen. And
yeah,
it's like no matter what training, I don't know. Only Usyk looks like fresh, on the 11th to 12th round, but most heavyweights, almost all of them will gas out. The fatigue will set in. The defense will get bad. The fun, it's like everything is gonna go out the window at some point.
yeah.
Um, and it's about where the punch lands.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, Deontay Wilder just has to get it right one time, and at some point he's gonna have to land. He will have to land at some point. And it's about, can Moses handle that? Because Moses he hasn't fought fighters like Deontay with that crushing power. I mean, look, man, Deontay, what's his name? Dillian White. As soon as Dillian White came out and didn't do the howl, I knew something was wrong.
Yeah. You feel like he took a dive that fight?
I don't know. He took a dive. I don't think he was right. I don't think he was right. Like, as soon as he came out and I didn't hear the whatever, I was like, nah, he ain't about to win this fight. And you could tell right from the get-go, dude wasn't right. He wasn't there, dog.
Yeah.
He wasn't there. And I don't see him as the type of guy to take a dive, but something wasn't right. And now that I'm getting deeper, I'm in the gym. Like, boxing takes so much out of you. I can't imagine. It takes a lot out of me, and I'm getting back and doing what I got to do in the amateurs. I can't imagine what it's like being a professional.
Yeah.
Where you've got to live in the gym, your mind got to be right, your body got to be right, everything has to be right. Your career is constantly, being weighed on the fight in front of you. I mean, I just can't imagine it.
Yeah.
I can imagine it, bro. So, I mean, these people got families, they got kids, they got money problems.
Yeah.
Man, you don't know what's happening with somebody when they walk in that ring, man. Honestly.
Fact.
So, yeah. Okay, cool. So you got your pick. You pick Parker. I'm picking Parker for that fight. That's happening October 25th. That's actually happening tomorrow. We just had the weigh-ins. Listen, man. Jake Paul is out here. MVP Promotions. Is this the promotion company of the future? Is this it, or is there something else to come?
I do believe that he is giving fighters, an opportunity for more exposure. I do feel like one of my good friends, Shadasia Green, is on MVP Promotions. So yeah, I feel like he's giving everybody another platform than just the ones that we're used to. So I feel like he's doing, something good for boxing as far as that goes. But yeah, MVP is all right.
Yeah,
MVP is cool.
I still think that Eddie is the best promoter in the game right now, bro.
Hearn. Yeah, I believe that Eddie Hearn is. Yeah, I think he's number one right now for sure.
He just says the right things. He's got that look. He's got that talk.
Yeah, he knows how sell a fight.
He knows how to move. He's innovative. Like, he jumped on the zone first when other people was ragging on it. I think MVP is doing some niche things. Like, I think it's doing great for women's boxing when nobody wanted to pay attention to it. I think it's doing great for the lighter weight classes. You'll notice that he's got a bit of a focus on like the 115s, guys that are like 108 to 115 and 118, somewhere around the little weight classes. And those guys are easier to pay anyways. And you can move them into world titles a lot faster. Like, imagine, these guys are getting world title fights in 6-7 fights.
Right.
So let me add Jonathan. I think I see Jonathan up in here. Jonathan. What's going on, man? So this is Jonathan Foreman. Yep, Jonathan Foreman here. I got Gandhi in here. What's going on? Say what's up to Gandhi, man. Hey, Gandhi's gonna be fighting for the WBB World Welterweight title on the 15th, Atlantic City. So you make sure you check him out.
You on that car with Otto Wallen in there?
I'm not.
No, you the week after. That's the week after.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because they got to fight Atlantic
that
City.
name didn't sound familiar.
Yeah, so Otto Wallen fought Tyson Fury. But no, his is on the 15th. It's coming up on the 15th.
Yeah, they got to fight to Atlantic City on the 7th. That's what I'm thinking about.
Got you.
Because Ronnie Shields is having an Otto fight on the 7th. And then on the 8th, he got to fly back to Dallas to do Josh Edwards' fight.
Dang. So, Gandhi, you got you got a lot of fights around you, bro. So you have Butler versus Bazinian. Remember, Bazinian had fought, I think it was it Munguia he had fought?
Yep. It was New
Yep.
Year's. Yep.
That's the 13th. Then Paul versus Davis on the 14th. Your fight is on the 15th, but so is Ben versus Eubank Jr. 2. And then you also got Espinoza versus Kagai on the 15th as well. We don't know where that's going to be
Ben and
broadcasted, but
Eubank, I didn't even know the Ben and Eubank 2 was that close.
yeah, it's on the
Yeah.
15th.
Yeah, I didn't even know that
Same
was
day.
that same
Yep.
day. Yeah.
Starts at 11 a.m. Central Time.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
Great fight.
Yes, sir. Now, is your fight going to be broadcasted?
I'm
I
actually
didn't.
not sure. I mean, it's Atlantic City, so I feel like it's my first time fighting there, so I'm not really sure if it's gonna be broadcasted, but I feel like it's gonna be streamed.
Yeah, we need to know if it's going to be streamed. That way we can opt in and get that checked out.
I'll definitely find out.
Cool. So listen, Jonathan, we was talking about Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis, the fight build up. You know, Jake Paul got a nice roster just recently sparring with Ray Savage, and I love Ray Savage, bro. Like Ray Savage is, from a fundamental standpoint, he's just aesthetically beautiful. Now, I think he's got some other sparring partners too, but I mean, at this point, is MVP Promotions the top tier promoter in the industry now? It seems to be getting a lot of hype. They got the Netflix deal. It's not behind a paywall like DAZN is. You know, what are your thoughts on this fight and you know, the potential that MVP Promotions got right now?
The fight itself between them two, Jake knows nobody cares about, but it's necessarily to build his brand for the long run. Him and Nikisa, they're doing a great job. They are one of the obviously fast upcoming brands of promotions, of small promotions, and Jake has used who he is to get him to this point. Is what you should do. You have a brand like Jake had prior to, and then you want to step into a space you utilize your brand to grow your business. We see it happen with business people all the time. So he's doing a fantastic job. I do like what MVP Promotions do away from Jake Paul in his fights, because they do put on smaller shows to scale where they can get their fighters viewership, they can get their fighters exposure and experience all at the good time. They've done a good job matchmaking. So I like what MVP Promotions does. I don't like what Jake Paul does.
I got you. I was telling Gandhi, I'm seeing a lot of niche from MVP. We're seeing him focus on the women's fighting, which is good. I mean, women need to, you know, can you imagine Amanda Serrano used to fight for less than $1,000. Now she's fighting for millions, right? So that's a big come up for her.
Yeah.
Women's boxers, a lot of them potentially would, you know, without Jake, I guess in this new era, wouldn't have the ability to go and be full time. Like if the men find it hard, right, Gandhi, and back me up because you're a professional. If the men find it hard to get sponsorships and to go full time, imagine how hard it will be for women fighters who don't even get airtime.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think he's found a great niche because now he can bring women fighters up. There's not going to be a whole lot of bag he has to throw at them, and he can build story content around them. Like he can really build in this kind of niche that most people haven't really cared about.
I don't look at it. I don't look at it as niche. I look at it as just still underexposure for what it actually is, because it's still prize fighting, regardless of how big the prize is or not. It's still prize fighting, right? They're still fighting for the same belts that men fight for. They're still doing everything with men. So it's kind of like the other sports with women, like for instance, women's tennis. You couldn't call women's tennis niche until you had Billie Jean and everybody gives her credit. But then the Serena sisters come up, and then all of a sudden there's a Coco Gauff, there's a Naomi Osaka. Then all of a sudden it's better women, like more exposure, pulls better women into things that they probably wouldn't do, but because they saw it, it's like, oh, you know what? I do want to try this. I do want to do it. So I don't look at it as niche. More so, it's just the exposure was not there, so we did not have the players to do it.
Yeah, true. I mean, and we really needed that Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, because that's what really made it blow up. And then you got your Bumgardners, you got your Shadeja Greens in there, you got the Franchon Cruzes of the world that have been around for a bit, right? And so these people started popping up. Now we still don't have enough content around these folk, and I'm hoping that MVP will give us the content that we need to get behind the fighters. I tell you know, Gandhi, I tell us all the time, like we don't have enough content coming from these fighters. So like when people fight, we don't care because we
Yeah.
don't know you because you don't give us content.
Right. But
I'm
what
being
now
real.
the next part is what is it?
For you, love, so you don't have to carry it, my love. I'll put it at the.
Oh, thank you.
My love.
Sorry, I'm in the liquor store in the airport.
You good?
It's more so what does that look like, right? You know what I'm saying? The next part of that is what does it, I didn't even see this. What does it look like for us to see the content, like you said, though, from the women? Because because we're gonna get into like, you gotta think about it. More than a few of those women got kids too. So are we looking for them to be mothers and then people shame them for, oh, you a mom, you need to be a mom and not be fighting. You see what I'm saying? Like, what does it look like?
But you got to look at the flip side, Gandhi. Give me some backup on this. Like, I think we want that because it's relatable. Like we want to see you do the mom thing because then moms, like you know how a mom's is a big category.
It would be more empowering if anything, because I feel like other women would look at it, mainly women. Other women would look at it and be like, wow, like she's a full-time mom and she's a professional fighter. It's like, oh, wow.
You know how many women are overweight? Moms. Let's just talk about, you know how many moms don't feel good about their bodies and then they make all these excuses for not being in the gym, and then they see a professional fighter who's still got a job and a mom and got to put the work in to be a fighter and going and getting and fighting. Like that's inspiring to them. Like, hey, I want to go to Planet Fitness now, do some push-ups too. I want to, and I think what'll happen is when the exposure is there, you will get more women interested in going to boxing gyms and then maybe crossing over into becoming fighters. And now we get the next generation of fighters.
I want the record to reflect that I'm all for it. I was just saying, you know how unfortunately we got those red seal men that would chime in and be like, oh, they need to be mothers instead of this one.
I mean, isn't Amanda Serrano a mother?
We got to call it like it is. Our sport is filled with some cats that's pretty stupid.
Those are the people that really like aren't doing anything though. Like they're just talking probably behind the keyboard. Like they not.
No, I mean you're right. You're right. But the relatability, like boxing is already a niche sport. You can't talk to your average person about boxing because then they'll be like, well, Mike Tyson was a great fighter. It's like, yo, that's what you got? That was your go-to?
Like they know just the average.
Bro,
like the average thing.
I went to my doctor's office and I was like, yeah, I do boxing. He's like, you do boxing? Oh, yeah. So what do you think about that Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson? I was like, oh, my gosh, bro. Like, this is your go-to? Jeez.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I was embarrassed, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's really cool. So I think, Jake Paul is doing what he's got to do to build his brand. I think MVP Promotions is doing something great for the lighter weight classes because they don't get so much exposure. And I think that's a nice little niche because you can really put some great fight. They throw a lot of punches, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. They throw a lot of punches and bunches. They're exciting and they're cheap. Like you can get a great headline, fill it up with an undercard full of lighter guys. It's cheap. And a lot of those guys will put in work and give you an action-packed fight. So that's my take on it. But yeah, I don't necessarily like what Jake Paul is doing. But I think, I don't know, this being on Netflix, I don't really, I've said it before, I don't think this does anything for boxing per se. I really don't, because the eyeballs, like this is gonna get less eyeballs than Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Yeah, I believe so too.
The numbers, I spoke about it on another show, but the numbers was like 60 million or something for Jake Paul versus for Tyson versus Davis. I'm sorry, Paul versus Dave. Paul versus Tyson. Paul versus Tyson had like 60 million views, and so like where are those the undercard fighters? Like I don't see it doing anything for them. So I hate when people are like, oh, it's gonna get eyeballs on the sport. Yeah, but it's not really doing anything for the undercard fighters. Like, you don't see Mario Barrios any more popular after being on that Tyson undercard. Yeah. You don't see Shushu Carrington being any more popular after being on an undercard, a Jake Paul undercard. Or I think he was on that Katie Taylor Serrano undercard. Like, you don't really see it translate, right? Yeah. So, I mean, that's my stance on it. What do you think, Gandhi?
I feel like it just brings more eyes, literally, like just more eyes on the sport. Now, I agree with you. I don't think it does anything for the fighters. Maybe like it'll get them a couple of more followers, but like essentially, it's not really doing much. Um, it's not really doing much. They'll probably like just follow this person on Instagram and periodically keep up if they even remember the name, but I don't think that like fighting on the Amanda Serrano undercard or the Jake Paul and Tyson undercard essentially did anything like you said. Like,
Yeah, I don't think so. Hey,
yeah,
Jonathan, what do you think? I don't know if he can hear us. He probably moving around.
yeah, he probably moving around.
Nah,
Yeah.
good job.
Oh, okay.
I,
I'll make
I
sure.
had it on. I had it on mute just in case all the other background noise is coming through.
Yeah.
But now fighting on the undercard, fighting on their undercards does a lot for fighters. It does a lot for them, whether we see it or not. It still puts eyes on them. Like Shushu was on one of the undercards, right?
Yeah.
Mario Barrios is on one of the undercards. Granted, they're known in boxing, they're still not known to the general public. But then they gained better fans after that fight just because of what it was, right? So
Bro,
all
I gotta
exposure in a
challenge you
sense is
on
good
that.
exposure.
I gotta challenge you. Like, I think it's hard to measure that. Like, it's easy to say, like, yeah, they got more because there was a lot of eyeballs watching that. But I mean, like, how do you measure that? How do you measure that it did something for them? Because we don't necessarily like. I would love to watch the followers on Instagram. I love to see the before the fight followers and after the fight followers because I like to see what impact does it really make on a fighter to be on a big undercard, because I still don't see Shushu being a big time attraction. I don't
Well,
see Mario Barrios being a big time attraction.
it's not to say that they're big time attractions, but if I gain 10,000 better people, more eyes, that's a win no matter which way it goes, right? Simply because we're looking at it. Uh, Networks measure it by viewership at the time of your fights and all of that, right? But we don't get a chance to see those numbers when those fighters. This is, I guess, actually, this is the time where the Ali Act needs to stay in place because this is how fighters negotiate their pay as well. But networks show like, hey, last time I fought when I was fighting for the whole fight, it was 200,000 people, and then the next time I fought and I showed up, it was 400,000 people for that fight. You see what I'm saying? Or watching or whatever. That's why ESPN was upset with Top Rank about losing Shakur. Shakur was their highest rated viewed fighter anytime he fought. Shakur put millions of numbers on the board, and then they didn't have nobody to back that after Shakur left. So it's all negotiating pieces. We don't see it until it gets made to the public, but those numbers are always there.
Yeah, I guess I would just like to. At what point, like, how many times is Jake Paul gonna fight with people on the undercard, and we're just gonna keep, it's doing something for him, it's getting more eyeballs on him, but like, well, I want to see the impact of these eyeballs. I don't want to just keep saying it's gonna do something for him. Where's the impact? Where is it in the payday? Is it in the Instagram followers? Is it
right?
What is it?
So how do we measure, or what is not only how do we measure it, but what is going to be satisfiable enough to us to say, okay, cool.
I don't know, Gandhi. What I don't have no words. You say something.
I mean, like he said, it
Because
does.
I know you're gonna take that fight if Jake Paul called, like, I need you on the undercard. I know you're gonna take that real quick. You ain't gotta think about it. Let me get on that real quick.
Yeah, I'm not stupid. Yeah, I would take it, but but at the same time, like essentially he has a point. It probably does something for them that we don't see. Um, I feel like it just brings more eyes, but I feel like the right set of eyes may, stumble upon them, like the right promoter or the right sponsor, or like it just all depends. Like it benefits them in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, of like essentially, I just think it just brings more eyes to boxing. Like essentially, that's it.
Yeah, definitely. What
And
I think we need to do is,
eyes equal dollar too. You got to
Exactly.
think
I
about it.
It
mean,
does equal dollars.
it can, but if we keep hiding behind paywalls, it's gonna be hard because nobody want to pay $80 for a tank fight.
I disagree with you on the paywall. Paywalls are stupid right now.
That's what
That's
makes it hard to measure impact because, like, the only fights that make it on Netflix are the big fights, the guys that are already pay-per-view stars, like your tanks. Well, I'll disregard because Katie Taylor and Serrano, and that's not even you could never put those people on pay-per-view before MVP anyways. But
Right.
so that was like a one-off. But the people that are fighting on Netflix are big-time pay-per-view stars with big attractions. Let's put some regular fights like a Thursday night fight or a Friday night fight like ESPN said. Let's start putting that on Netflix because then people will start to see these up and coming fighters, and I think really that's what we need. We don't need the big guys being on Netflix. We need Thursday night or Friday night fights back on a Netflix type deal so that people can start to get acquainted with these fighters, start to give us some content around these fighters. And so when these guys get, like the eyeballs start to go with the fighter as they grow and grow and grow in their career.
For sure.
well, that's why I think I laughed because I heard, but I knew I heard the grumblings and I knew what was going to happen. With so Top Rank, Michaela Mayers fights at the end of the month, right?
Yeah,
And
Quebec.
she's fighting in Quebec, but that fight is across 4 networks, right? It's on Tubi, Roku, Vizio channels, and all those smart TVs got
It's on
free.
Tubi?
It is.
Oh,
I didn't
man.
even know.
Is.
I didn't
Yeah,
even
It
know where this
is.
fight was gonna
Top
be.
that. Yeah,
top rank. I don't know how to add a picture in here. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know how to do it in there.
that's crazy.
What?
I'm not smart. I was gonna show you the flyer, but I
I'll
heard
look
it. I
over now.
heard it before. It's on the Top Rank Twitter page. Yeah, but I heard grumblings before they did it, and so when they actually posted it about how it's gonna be across like Roku, Vizio, Tubi, and something else. I heard it before and I was like, I gotta wait and see this because that's actually the smartest shit in Pluto TV. Roku, Vizio, Tubi, and Pluto.
Wow. Tubi
And,
is great, and Pluto because those are free smart TV channels.
and so Top Rank already had channels, all these different TVs and networks. So guess what? All you gotta do is have a TV and you can show up and watch Michaela Mayers fight at 8:30. So that's my thing. Is like people like, oh, what's the major network for Top Rank? What's the major network? Well, shit, they put it across 4 free networks with no paywall that everybody got. What we gonna complain about? Y'all want boxing? Y'all got boxing across different ways to get access to it.
What? So does Roku have a Top Rank Classics channel? Because I got a Roku. I'm gonna have
Yes,
to check that out. I didn't know that
yes,
we
they
had
do.
really
Yes, they
in the
do.
channel lineup thing.
Yeah, you
Oh,
gotta
wow.
look. Got searching on yours. Yes, sir.
I mean, because
I
I
know
got
Top
Tubi and
Rank.
Pluto. Those are
So
apps. You can get those apps. I didn't know it was in the channel lineup for Roku though.
yeah. So
That's
between
crazy.
that, they had that and Top Rank. Before Top Rank signed with ESPN, Top Rank had their own app. People forgot about the app, but I was a very fine tuner of that app because they used to put on all they like just signed fighters trying to build up and hide still. They put them on small shows where they would still be streaming on the app. So guess what? I would always watch that. That's how I always knew what was going on. People like, oh, you just a Top Rank guy. No, I always watch who had the easiest accessible shit for me to watch. That's just what it was.
Wow. So what were they? Because it's a classics channel, right? So I'm assuming all the classic fights was on. But like, were they putting on fresh fights on there too?
They not at that point, not back then, because they had the classic channel while they were still signed with HBO. And then when they got to ESPN, the exclusivity of having the live and newer fights. So they only were able to keep their classics to keep showing their classics. But they kept that channel the whole time. That channel never went nowhere. All those years, never went nowhere.
If they could continue to do this and put fights on Tubi,
Yeah, that'll be
Pluto
good.
TV, that will be crazy, man.
Yeah. Good.
Wow. I think we need to do something like NBA where the NBA, they got that G League and then they got the obviously the NBA league. I think what Top Rank needs to do they need to put their G League fighters on the Top Rank Classics, you know, and have like a Thursday night, Friday night,
they used to have their fighters do that. They used to put their fighters on there.
Yeah, and build them up and get them on there so we can watch them for free. And you know, once they get to a certain level and we've now are a fan of them, then pay for them or get on a subscription with, you know, wherever Top Rank is at that point.
For sure.
I think that's the best way to go about it.
Yeah.
That's just me though. Yeah, cool, man. So that's good. So I didn't know. I didn't know that. Wow, that's fresh. Okay, so we got Benavidez and Yarde coming down the pipe. I'm getting more and more excited about this as it comes to now. I'm not excited as in Saudi Arabia. That's not something I'm excited about. The fans just don't go as hard. Like, I don't know, man. The fans, it's like crickets in there. Like, you don't hear nothing when these fighters are fighting.
Turkey Island Sheik be having them people in there, man.
What? Doing what?
What?
Dude, man.
No, he don't. No, he don't.
No, he don't. No, he don't. Bro, it be quiet. It be so quiet. You be thinking everybody's at the concession stands, bro.
The first fight between Usyk and Joshua, it wasn't in Saudi.
Bro, Usyk and
probably
Joshua 1. I don't think Usyk Joshua 1 was in Saudi.
Yo,
I feel like that one was in Germany.
Wembley. Germany?
I think that was in Germany.
I'm about to go check.
Or maybe London. I can't remember. The second one may have been in Saudi.
There was a fight where it was Joshua in Saudi. Yo, it was packed. It was crazy.
Let's see. Where the fight
Wembley. I don't know if you're talking about Conor Ben and
Nah, bro. The first fight was in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. That's why it was lit.
Okay.
Bro, that was where listen, that's where
I knew the name was crazy.
That's where Eubank and Ben fought.
Oh, okay.
That's why it was lit, bro. Them British, they
I knew down. I said Germany. I knew the name was some shit I couldn't say.
They don't be fighting in Germany, bro. Nah, I don't. Ain't no fights going on.
Yo, you don't think Turkey be having them people over there, man?
Bro,
I just had a bunch of all of my England folks there. All of my folks in England that went to them fights. It was like, God damn, it's dead in here. It's lit, but it's dead.
It's whack. It be whack, bro.
Yo, I would have thought.
Bro, if you put that in England, if you put it in Jersey, Barclays, if you put it in Vegas, like that, put that in Phoenix, it's lit. But you put it in Saudi,
you put that motherfucker anywhere else besides Saudi, a place that does not allow drugs. Let me tell you something, brother. Ain't nobody finna be there.
Bro, Benavidez, you got to put Benavidez in Phoenix. Man, that would be crazy. I'm telling you, it will go wow. Benavidez versus Yarde in Phoenix will go crazy. You know,
or MSG. I could see that in MSG too.
Nah, I can't say that. Benavidez wouldn't go crazy in Phoenix because he can't sell out the stadium. Not yet.
What? In Phoenix, he would go crazy.
Yet. I don't think he'll. No, they have a state. They got the Arena League stadium. He'll sell that out for sure. Like for instance, he didn't sell out T-Mobile when he fought David Morrell.
How many fights ago was that?
David Morrell was just one fight ago.
Oh,
that was earlier this year.
He didn't sell it out. He was
hell no. I was there. Fuck no. They had the whole like top part blacked off.
Hey man, but it was a fire fight. We're not gonna worry about it.
It was it was a fight.
I'm not. Hey. I ain't worried about it.
We ain't arguing if the fight was good. We're not talking about if the fight was good. We're talking about selling this bitch out.
But the vibe, though, I'm talking the vibe.
Yeah,
you can't admit when Benavidez and Morrell was going back and forth, that was lit. Like it looked like Arturo Gotti, Mickey Ward, like to a degree.
Oh, for sure.
That was lit. Now William Scarlett Canelo, dead. Straight dead.
Dead.
Well, it was also 4 a.m. They trying to see. This is terrible.
That's their fault. That ain't
The
got nothing
time
to do with
difference.
me.
That's another
Agreed.
thing too. The time difference.
Agreed. That shit is terrible.
Yeah,
The
that was
time
terrible, man.
be a factor
Multiple
too.
multiple things are true and bad at the same time.
At the same time.
I still think Benavidez versus Yarde, like you got a guy from Phoenix and you got a guy from England, and you not fighting in either one. Where are they fighting? You're not fighting in any one of their backyards. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's wrong.
I
You
think
could at
Benavidez
least
will
have put
sell
it
out.
in England.
I think Benavidez will sell out in Arizona for sure. I think he
Bro,
would.
most deaf in Phoenix.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
would.
put it where the Suns play, where the Phoenix
Yeah,
Suns play.
work
Man,
with the
please, bro.
Suns.
Oh, Sun Stadium. I forgot about that. He
Yeah,
might, he
Yeah,
might, he might pull off Sun Stadium for sure.
yeah.
yeah,
Maybe he might
Them
pull it off.
times sell that shit
man.
out. Yeah.
Yard is gonna come to fight. Benavidez is gonna. He's an action-packed fighter.
Right.
Come
That's
on,
gonna be a
man.
good
He's
fight, man.
definitely gonna sell tickets.
That's gonna be a good fight, man.
And world titles on the line. Now, I think. Who do you have winning the fight?
I have Benavidez.
Got you. Who do you
By
got, Foreman?
massacre. By massacre.
Really?
Shit, yeah.
You think so? Have we seen Yard get massacred?
Yes.
By I think who he fight? Usyk, right?
He
Was
got
it
washed
Crusher?
by,
Didn't he fight
bro.
Crusher?
He got washed by an old Crusher, and then Benavidez did exactly what he was
Yeah,
supposed
better
to.
beef. Yeah, it was better beef. Yeah, it was
Better be
Are
crushed
you?
him?
yeah, better beef.
Hell yeah.
He was giving better beef work though.
Yeah, sure, for
He was
sure.
giving
Oh,
better
okay.
beef work though.
In 4 rounds, absolutely.
Yo, you crazy, bro. You need to stop. That man put his life on the line.
He
Oh,
did. I
but-
did it. You gotta
but he
forget. I
lost-
did it too.
okay,
Got
but
my
you gotta
ass washed
also
him. It is what
remember-
it is.
But you also got to remember that you're talking about he lost to the former undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, and who also beat the man at 175, which was Bivol. And he also he lost a close decision on the rematch. So, that's not a bad loss. Now, had he lost to Crusher, is not a bad loss either. That's a former WBO light heavyweight champion. I think that's a 2-time.
You know why it was a person? You know why losing to Kovalev was a bad loss? Because
Why?
that was the beat down, already washed up version of Kovalev. Mind you, not only did Andre Ward do it, then he went to don't forget about Elder Alvarez, who had watched Kovalev right before that too.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that shit.
Crusher coming off a loss though.
I'm not he rematch, but I'm not here to let people forget that motherfucker was watched. My boxing brain goes real good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's wild.
Yep. Watch that
I
ass on
still
ESPN.
I think Yard is a little bit more athletic than Benavidez. Now that doesn't say anything because Morrell was more athletic and was a better fighter.
Athleticism ain't got shit to do with this at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you've got
This
to
is
have
about this is about how your hands get thrown.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think he's. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm with you. I don't want to say massacre. I think Yard.
I think he
Yard
might
will
give.
go-
I think
I
he
think
might
he'll go
give
9.
Benavidez a good fight, but I do see Benavidez like either
Break it down.
TKO or unanimous decision.
Man,
think he's
y'all
gonna
are
knock him
insane.
out
Did y'all see that last fight Yard had with Lyndon Arthur?
Nah,
Yeah, he won.
He won. Don't forget he already lost to Lyndon Arthur prior to that before too.
Leave that man alone, man. He gonna put in work. Man,
Man,
stop. Hey,
that man
Yeah.
struggled with Lyndon Arthur, who had basically
man, he probably
retired,
didn't come
and
up.
then he struggled. He struggled with a cat named. Then he struggled the fight before that. I can't even remember who he fought, but I remember that man was so struggling. It was terrible for me to watch. That shit, man. Hold on, let me go look at that shit at Box Ring because y'all not gonna.
Man.
Y'all not. I don't.
It's a family show.
I'm sorry, but nonetheless, I don't forget bad performances. I don't forget
you
those.
gotta also remember that fighters sometimes don't get up for certain fights.
Then that's
It's
a
like
choice.
that Tio do that. Tio
That's a
doesn't come,
choice.
like there's some fights he get up for, some fights he don't, right?
That's a
So
choice.
I get it, but maybe this is the fight where we see him come up another level, and maybe he I don't see a world where he wins, but I do see a world where he can make it competitive. He's gonna make it competitive.
Not seeing a world where he wins is crazy.
I'm just saying, man.
Because you know it. Not
Benavidez
like
is nasty. Benavidez is nasty. Benavidez gonna walk him down at some point.
He might overwhelm him with punches.
It's gonna be earlier than you think. I think it doesn't go past 6, bro. Like I really think it's that bad.
I originally said within 6, but I think I'll give you our 9.
Yeah,
that's
I was
crazy.
gonna say 8. I was gonna say 8.
I give you our 9.
Hold on. Who was this dude? This man's name is Ralph Vilkins. Ralph Vilkins took Anthony Yard to the full 10 rounds.
What's wrong with that?
That is Anthony. He did not belong in the ring with Anthony Yard.
Why not?
If you are a talent like you're supposed to be, you're supposed to act like that talent.
What's wrong with what's his name? Roger Bilkins? What's wrong with him?
I don't even know. Ralph Vilkins. That's a
who are you to judge that he shouldn't have been in there? Who are you to judge?
That boy got a name on him. Boy, I tell you.
Roger Bilkins? What's wrong with that? I mean, we don't know.
Thing is, Gandhi, I'm not really a hard critic. I grew up when watching boxing. The thing is if you are labeled a certain type of fighter, you are held to a certain type of standard. There is no excuse of, oh, he didn't come up to the talent that night, or he didn't rise to the occasion. There is no excuse for that, because if you are not even just that, if you are an A class fighter, you're supposed to perform like an A class fighter at all times.
So what do you say in response?
You have no excuse.
So what do you say in response to that Canelo and Terrence Crawford fight?
Exactly.
Terrence Crawford has always been the S class fighter that I thought he was. I just posted the clip the other day. I just posted the clip that I had recorded in June.
So Canelo didn't rise to the occasion, you feel like?
No, I felt he did rise to the occasion. He just gave Terrence Crawford too much of what Terrence Crawford wanted, and that was space. The video I posted, I want to say 2 days ago, was a video I recorded back in June while we was at Keyshawn Davis fight. Me and my homeboy was talking about boxing. I recorded it. And I said, the one thing Canelo cannot do is let Terrence Crawford have space. And what did he do?
He did let him have a little space here.
And that's all Terrence Crawford, the ultimate adjuster, needs.
Even if he did, though, I feel like Crawford would have still ate Canelo up in the clinch. Like he might have.
Canelo was so predictable that night. He was literally doing the same thing over and over again. He made no adjustments. So it was easy. I'm not gonna say it was an easy fight, but I mean, he just doing the same things.
Easy. Terrence Crawford
the whole time, the same shot, same body shot to the liver, same body shot whole time. There was nothing new. That wasn't the Danny Jacobs Canelo that we saw in there.
Terrence Crawford ain't even switch on him, yo. He stayed in southpaw the whole fight.
He was just too predictable, man.
That's on game planning then. That same conversation about some game.
So you don't think Canelo performed like an A class fighter he is, like an S class fighter he is?
I think he did perform like that.
But you just said there's no excuse.
There wasn't. He didn't give no excuses. I'm not giving no excuses. He just lost the fight. That's okay to lose a fight, but he didn't give no excuses either. Let me tell you something. You put anybody else in that ring with the way Canelo looked and the shots he got off, they going down probably, and they getting beat. That's Canelo the difference.
Landed maybe I counted 6 shots in total. 6 crushing shots. We talking about Canelo shots,
correct. And those same. So here's the thing: those same shots we saw put Munguia down. We saw those same shots put Charlo down. Those same shots we saw put what's that boy from New York?
Berlanga.
Berlanga
Yeah.
down. Those same shots, think about it. Those same shots he landed put them down. They just did not put Terrence Crawford down. So
Yeah.
They didn't
you
land.
have
Bill,
to
they
account
didn't
for that.
land.
It didn't land
But
flush like that.
Yeah,
though.
they didn't land flush.
Man, they landed on Crawford's forehead. Like, that right hand landed on Jamel's forehead, and Jamel said, "Let me take a knee."
That right hand was
I
probably
don't know
that
about
best
that.
shot of the whole fight for Canelo.
It
That bro,
probably
he kept
was.
shooting to the body the whole
Because you got to
time.
slow that man down. I got
He
to
was
stop
trying
this
to
man from
slow him
moving.
down. Yeah, he was trying to slow him down.
But it wasn't working. It
wasn't.
wasn't working.
It
That's a
wasn't.
choice. That's a choice in
So you got to change the game plan up. You got to make adjustments. That's why I love Floyd so much, because Floyd made adjustments, really good adjustments, and that's what it is.
Not gonna argue that. Not arguing that either.
Yeah. Okay, so we got what you say for me? You got Yard washing Benavidez in 9.
That's crazy. That's crazy work. That's crazy.
You said he was gonna wash him in 9.
Yeah,
Say
watch
it
his
on
clothes.
tape. Say it on tape. Say it on tape so I can clip it.
He'll be washing his clothes for him by 9.
Yo, I'm rolling, yo. That's
Man
funny.
said washing his clothes.
He'll be washing his clothes. He'll be washing his clothes for him by 9.
You
That's
wild.
hilarious. That's
No,
hilarious.
you crazy for that. I got Benavidez
Clothes
winning.
for him by 9.
I don't see.
Yes.
I got Benavidez winning in 9.
You might as well go and record this.
I got Benavidez winning too.
Yeah, that boy cooked. That boy is cooked in 6 or less.
I say in 8.
That boy is cooked in 6 or less. If it go 3, I wouldn't be surprised either.
I say in 8.
Dang, he can't even. Not even 3 rounds. Wow. Not even 3, bro. I think how long did Boo last?
I'm gonna have to holler at Boo last at 8, but I'm gonna have to slide on y'all.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Up, so it's time to Vegas and shit.
All right.
True,
I'm gonna keep chopping up with Gandhi. Go ahead.
No problem.
All right. Yeah, I see. I've got Benavidez at 9. I think Yard can last 9, bro.
Yeah, I got Benavidez.
He's resilient. He's resilient. He can last 9.
Yeah, I got him in 8.
Now let me move over to Jaron. So Jaron had a spectacular knockout performance against the Portuguese guy, but he's really from Angola, Africa. I think he's the current IBO super welterweight champion of the world. I got his name, but it looked good. A lot of guys,
Lima.
Limas. Yeah. Limas. He is the IBO super welterweight champion of the world. A lot of people said he didn't belong in there, but I think he was a healthy welcome to the 154-pound division, especially.
I think that was a good, introduction to 154.
I think what happens is when you are as talented as Boots and you can get your opponent out in 1, people now start to think like, oh, Limas didn't belong in there. But
facts.
That's not really the case. I mean, he is a world champion. He has been in there with other opponents and done well. But Jaron is just on another level. Now, that doesn't mean that Limas didn't belong in there. But again, who else was he going to fight? Lubin is tied up. Xander's tied up. Fondora's tied up. Thurman's tied up. Who else? I mean, with a belt is available. Crawford is not going to fight him.
Yeah.
So
he had to start somewhere, man. He had to start somewhere.
And usually when people
at that fight, I was actually at that fight.
Really?
Yeah, that was a great performance, man. Spectacular performance by him.
Yeah, because that was at Boardwalk, wasn't it?
No. That was at the Wells Fargo.
Oh, you're right. That was in Philly?
Yeah, it was in Philly.
Oh man, you're right. The last fight was at the Boardwalk.
Yeah, I believe so.
With Stanionis. And Stanionis just had a fight. Did you know that Stanionis just fought?
No, I did not.
He did. He just had a fight back in his home country and won.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
So I don't know where that puts him in the rankings or what's coming next, but he did win. So what's next for Boots, man? I mean, who do you have him? Can he get the mandatory fight because he is the interim champion, isn't he?
I believe so. He said he wanted Victor Ortiz next.
Virgil, but Virgil's tied up right now.
Yeah, not Victor. Yeah, Virgil. I don't know if I think Virgil is tied up, but Yeah,
he
and
go
I
fight
mean,
Lubin.
pretty much, and he could fight anybody that he chooses. To be honest, it's just a matter of them wanting to fight him. You know.
Yeah, because he does have the money behind him, but a lot of these guys are tied up. So imagine like Lubin and Ortiz are fighting. I think is it this month or when are they? I don't know when they're
Yeah,
fighting.
like it's either mid to late November or something like that.
Yeah, so they're fighting this month, and so when would we see this fight happen? Like this is probably
Probably in like January or
what?
February.
Nah, I'm thinking
Yeah,
March, bro. I'm thinking March
you
or
thinking
May.
March? I would say February, March then, if that's the case.
I
But
would say March.
I
Yeah,
mean, maybe.
yeah.
Nonetheless, like
There's not a quick turnaround on these fights,
Boots stays in the gym, so he pretty much could
but
like if they call him, he'll be ready for the
well,
person.
on Boots End, yes, because that was a quick fight, but we don't know what the fight with Lubin and Ortiz is like yet because it
Gonna be
hasn't
like
happened. So
facts.
I don't see him getting a first round knockout, so he's probably gonna get some wear and tear.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
honestly, Lubin didn't look good on that last fight that he had on Pro Box. Did you watch
Pro
it? It was
box.
like
Yeah, I
Lubin
watched it.
versus that guy. That guy was like number 7 in IBF. He was from Detroit, but he didn't look good, man.
Yeah, I
Not for
watched.
what they were talking. They was talking like he was gonna put in work, and he didn't look that good.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. I mean, Lubin has had a bit of a roller coaster career, so I mean he's getting his legs wet on pro box, like he's getting back in that
But bro,
mode. Just like
this is my thing. Like, did you watch the content on Lubin to the build up?
yeah, like I watched him in the gym, like I watched him training. I watched him like a little bit of sparring. I've heard like he was doing good in sparring, but like it's not the same as the fight, so
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
not the same as
Who
the
was
fight.
telling me that? I think my trainer was telling me yesterday. He's like, "Yo, there's people that can in the gym. They're sparring champions,
Yeah.
but when you put them under them lights, and they
Yeah,
just
it's a
can't
little
do it.
different, yo. Yeah, it's
They
a
just
little
can't do
different.
it."
Like it's a little different under them lights.
But from the content, they made it seem like this was a new reinvented Lubin, and he was living at the compound. He was living at the Pro Box
Yeah,
compound. Like
yeah,
that's where he lived. And so I just expected, I don't know, I think he might have stopped him, or it went to decision. I can't remember, but it wasn't really a good fight. It didn't look good.
yeah. Some
I just
fights are ugly though. Some fights are ugly. Not every fight is gonna be like a spectacular looking fight. So styles make fights too. So
It does.
yeah.
The guy didn't really look like he belonged in there.
Hmm.
And he hasn't had the let me change this. I'm sorry. He hasn't had the experience that Lubin has. And I think Lubin isn't Lubin a former champion?
Yeah. I believe he's a former champion,
Okay.
former world
Yeah.
champion. Yeah.
So Virgil from here will fight Jaron then, right?
I believe so. Who do you
Now,
got between Lubin and Virgil?
oh, I got Virgil. I don't see Lubin winning that.
Oh, you got
Virgil
Virgil.
has a better track record of performance for sure.
True. Yeah.
You
True.
know, and you got to judge a guy off his last fight, and I think Virgil, Madrimov is a good opponent, and he's a former
Yeah,
world champion.
that would be. I feel like the between Virgil or Lubin fighting Boots, I feel like Madrimov would be a good opponent to like a good next opponent at 54.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that is
I
good.
see. So actually, let me ask you this because this was a topic of conversation. So Xander isn't Abbas Barao is the guy from UK? Isn't he the WBA world champion?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Abbas, the guy who just upset. Dang, who's that guy he just upset on television?
I'm not sure.
Bro, you know who I'm talking. Abbas Barao, yeah, the German guy that just upset
Who'd he fight?
Ioannis Tellis. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah, I didn't
You
see
know
that.
who Ioannis Tellis is though, right?
Yeah, I do. I didn't
So
see that.
Ioannis Tellis was the Cuban guy, and they just fought. I think this is an MVP promoted card. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But yeah, he He demolished him, bro. He
Mm,
demolished him and he beat him. Yeah, it was an MVP promoted card. And so then he picked up that title. And I think that's the regular WBA title. I don't think it's the super because I think Crawford still got the super, right?
yeah.
So they want to put Xander. I think Xander, instead of trying to fight Virgil and waiting around for Virgil, they want to fight Abbas and unify the
That might
WBO
get
and the
that might
WBA.
fight.
But they want to do it in Puerto Rico.
Oh, pros
Right.
and crowd.
So, and I think the reason they're going down this route now is because it's an easier fight to make and they don't have to wait. So, you get what I'm saying? So, like, we can fight a boss and we can unify, become WBO, WBA, even though it's just a regular title. And then fight Virgil and then fight Virgil after that.
Yeah.
Because he's chasing belts. He's not chasing people who don't have belts right now.
Yeah, nah, facts.
But that's if he can beat him, get that belt off him, bro. That would make
that'll
him
be
the top
good.
guy.
Yeah,
That'll make him a top guy.
that'll make him a top guy for sure.
So I think that's the route to go and kind of see who wins this Virgil and Lubin
Yeah,
match.
I actually got I got Virgil, but I'm not counting Lubin out though.
Yeah, I don't count him out. I don't know, man. I don't really like
Like
the way
it might go
that
to
last fight.
decision, to be honest.
Yeah, I can see it going to the decision.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Virgil put down a top opponent and knock him out.
Right.
So there's a lot going on. I know Jamel is coming back to the 154-pound division. So I'd like to see, what happens with him. That's exciting. Who do we get in the mix with? I think Xander right now just really needs to focus on belts though, man. I'm trying to look up right now who's at 154 with a belt. Let's see here. Goodness gracious, Super Ben. Okay, yeah. So who do we got? So we got Xander, and then I think what's that Russian guy's name? Okay, I see what's going on here. So yeah, Abbas has got the WBA regular title. You got Virgil, the WBC interim. You got Fundora. But Fundora's fighting Keith.
Yeah.
Who do you got in that fight?
I got Fundora.
Really?
Yeah, I got Fundora, Keith. Bro. You say you got Keith?
I got Keith,
really?
Man. Bro, I honestly, if Keith wins, bro, watch. Just I'm a storyline type of guy. Like if Fundora win, like if Keith wins,
Keith hasn't
watch the play.
2 years?
Bro, watch the play. I'm saying what's best for boxing. I'm not saying, I'm saying what's best for. I'm a storyline guy. Watch. We fight a boss. I'm speaking for Xander. Xander fights a boss, picks up that WBA title, right? Then we go and fight Keith in Puerto Rico for the WBC. Man, that's gonna be lit.
Yo, what if Keith doesn't win, bro?
But if Keith don't win and we still gonna fight Fundora, but Fundora's just not a bigger attraction. Who's better on a resume, Fundora or Keith? Former unified welterweight champion or Fundora?
I get that, but Keith has to still beat the 6'7" rangy Tower Inferno. Like he still has to do that.
Does he not have the IQ to do it though?
I think he has the IQ, but I don't think he has the consistency. Keith hasn't fought in like two years, like 2+ years.
No, he just fought the Brock Jarvis.
How long
and
ago?
Beat him, bro. That was like a couple months ago, and he put him down in like the first 6. Actually, he knocked him out in the first 6.
Dude is not 6'7" though.
I know, but he's also a small frame guy. He's not, thick.
Man, listen, boy, I don't know that length 6'7", bro.
That's a problem. It's a problem.
Keith is what, like 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, I mean it's a problem for sure.
That's a problem, bro.
But you also got to know that Keith is Keith Thurman, and Keith has fought Pacquiao, and Keith has fought Danny Garcia, and Keith has fought Sean Porter, and Keith has fought guys like he's a former unified welterweight world champion when the welterweight division was deep.
I don't think I'm counting Keith out, but I'm saying this will be one of his most formidable opponents.
Oh, most definitely. But I think Keith, I mean, if there was a fight that he was gonna come up for, it's got to be this one. I mean, he's got a world title on the line. Now he can be a 2-division world champion.
Yeah.
This is we've got to see the best Keith Thurman. We've got to see the best Keith Thurman. And I think Keith Thurman can pull it off. And if he does pull it off, bro, this is gonna be great for 154 pounds. Fundora doesn't talk. Fundora don't got no content. Fundora hasn't given us any memes. Fundora hasn't given us any catchphrases. Fundora, from a marketing standpoint, is a lost cause. Keith Thurman is who we need to win if we're gonna revitalize. Bro, imagine Keith Thurman versus Charlo.
Yeah, I know that'll be good.
Dog. Did you remember when Charlo was fighting Tony Harrison? How great that was.
That was a great little feud, little rivalry.
Yeah, you don't think Keith can get in there and talk his stuff and put on a great show? Absolutely.
Keith could talk and sell for sure,
and fight. And Keith can fight
too. Yeah, he could fight too.
You know, or maybe we can get that Danny Garcia versus Keith Thurman rematch at 154. Hey man,
Danny Garcia's done, man. He not fighting no more, man.
Man, he said he's 85%. He said he's 80% retired. 20% if the money's right.
Yeah, if the money's right, then yeah, maybe.
And he said he's not even getting paid a whole lot. If you watch that interview, he'll tell you like, I don't even get paid a whole lot of money. So it's got to be worth it. It's got to be worth it. But Keith winning, I want Keith to win because Keith versus Xander in Puerto Rico would be huge.
Yeah,
huge. Now you got Bakram in there. I'm not interested in seeing that at all. So we got to get that. We got to get that a boss smoke. And then we can get Keith Thurman and that I would that's it. I would stay away from Bakram, stay away from Jaron. Stay away from Jaron. Don't fight that dude. That's not who we don't need that. But yeah, man. Crazy. Yeah, we gonna wrap it up, man. So what's going on with you, man? What's next? What's the next couple weeks looking like for you?
For me, November 15th is the next smoke. You feel me? We're not backing down from that. We're training like this is a championship fight. Of course, we train for every fight like a championship fight, but this one it actually is. So we're just gonna continue what we've been doing. We're looking to, represent for Jersey, looking to represent for Irvington, looking to represent for the Haitian community. So we're just going to keep going, keep striving. I don't know if this will be my last fight of the year, but if it is, it is. If it's not, then, that's fine too. I think this will be like my 5th fight for this year. 5th or 6th.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah, I just be going, bro. But
are you full time right now, Gandhi?
I full-time train. I also work too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So
wow.
Yeah. This will be like my 5th or 6th fight of the year. So we're looking to end it off with a bang, man. We're looking to end off 2025 with a belt on our waist.
Absolutely. Who's the promoter for the fight? Who's promoting it?
The fight is under Edmond Promotions. It's a promotion based out of Jersey. So.
Got you.
For sure.
Absolutely. Perfect. So, guys, Gandhi Romain fighting for the World Boxing Bureau welterweight championship of the world, November 15th. As soon as we get a live stream link, we'll make sure to promote that out. Go ahead and give them your socials.
For sure. So, my Instagram is __ Gandhi, GHANDI. You can follow me on there and stay locked in with me.
Yes, sir. Awesome, guys. You guys know where to find me at Capital with Kev on X, at Capital with Kevin on IG. Make sure you check out World Boxing Bureau sanctioning body, D-Rock Clothing, Eruption Boxing Management, and y'all keep it locked right here every Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Kappa Factz Boxing, and we are out.
Another band, all the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. I start my card with a sweet one bliss. Someone flicks me a bag it up. So, it's another one, yeah, it's a full strand, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.